British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says that his government has not blocked the sale of COVID-19 vaccines to the EU. Now, this was after London summoned the EU's envoy to explain accusations made by European Council President Charles Michel. Michel accusing the UK of imposing a ban on exports of vaccines produced in its territory. This latest spat comes as the EU faces increasing criticism over its slow vaccination rollout. Let's have a listen now to what Boris Johnson said earlier today in Britain's House of Commons.
I therefore wish to correct the suggestion from the European Council President that the UK has blocked vaccine exports. Let me be clear, we have not blocked the export of a single COVID-19 vaccine or vaccine components. This pandemic has put us all on the same side in the battle for global health. We oppose vaccine nationalism in all its forms.
All right, for more, let's take the story now to London. DW's Charlotte Chelson-Pill joins me. Good evening to you, Charlotte. Boris Johnson says there's no ban. The European Union says we're talking about a de facto ban. What is it?
Well, let's first of all be clear on what we're talking about here. This is in relation to the AstraZeneca vaccine. That's the vaccine that is produced, the only vaccine that is produced here in the UK. And this is the latest instalment of a spat about the supply of that vaccine to the EU. Now, the EU is painting a picture here of the UK essentially benefiting from a Britain clause first, whereby it has a priority to vaccinate its population with doses of the vaccine produced in the UK. And the UK here, for its part, is pushing back very hard on any claims that there is an outright ban on the export of vaccines from the UK. As you mentioned just now, the pushback is so strong that a top EU diplomat was summoned to discuss the claims that such a ban existed. But the EU pointing out that the data just isn't there at the moment to look at how much the UK is exporting the vaccine, meaning that it's muddy waters here. The UK, though, pushing back very hard.
Yeah, and Britain has had a very successful vaccination drive, and the European Union's vaccination rollout remains very slow. Is this because Britain has more vaccines, or is there more to this story than that?
I think that it's a bigger picture that you need to look at that goes beyond just supply. I mean, first of all, I think Britain would point out that the vaccination program started earlier here, since December, in fact. It's now vaccinated or is given the first dose of the vaccine to almost 23 million people. It also started a different dosing strategy. It decided relatively early on that it was going to separate the doses by up to 12 weeks, meaning that more people could receive that first dose of the vaccine faster. It was a relatively controversial strategy at the time, but it's something that has since seen to be supported by the data that's emerging, even in over 65s in the older population. We know that there was some skepticism in other parts of Europe about the efficacy of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine in over 65s. No such debate was had in the UK. So the trust levels as well, when it comes to the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, are higher.
DW's Charlotte Chelson-Pill with the latest tonight in London. Charlotte, as always, thank you.